Hello guys, Aquapa, welcome to my channel. This is Nana again. Thank you all my new subscribers for subscribing to this channel. I thank you all, we're trying to elevate this channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do that. There are a lot of you that do watch this channel that are not subscribed. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so we can keep bringing you content when I see that you guys are enjoying it and subscribing and thumbs upping the video. All right, today we're going to talk about another story time video because I'm such a sucker for pain and sharing it with you. So I am going to tell you about my most traumatic experience since I have been in Ghana. Let's do this. So this story is set in last year, 2019, August, July, thereabout. I know that because it was rainy season. My friends and I decided to do an event for the Year of Return. The Year of Return in Ghana was when Ghana was encouraging all people in the diaspora, Black people, to come to Ghana, enjoy the holidays, because it's a tradition for us to enjoy the holidays in Ghana with a lot of drinking and going out and music concerts and all of that. So we decided to create something called the Black Gala, which was an art gala to kind of support the creative arts industry in Ghana. So that's what we did. If the world opens up again and we're able to have gatherings next year, we're definitely going to have another one. So make sure you check out the Instagram page, The Black Gala. I will link that so you guys can see it. So it was in August, July, thereabout. We're going to do this event in December. And so what I have to do is to shoot promotional material for the event. So I was going to shoot a promo video, some pictures. It was all about fashion and dressing up and just a really elegant event. So I decided to go with a crew to go to Ibri Gardens to shoot this promo material. Now, here's where it gets interesting. So it was a Sunday. I had to go pick my friend up who lived quite close to me. He was one of the models. So I was going to pick him up and take him up to Ibri Gardens. I had a fashion designer. I had 6 models. I had hair and makeup, the videographers, photographers. It was a whole thing. It was a whole commercial shoot. So I went to pick him up in my car. So one of the things that you do need in Ghana is a car. Because trust me, after I tell you the story, you would know why you need a car. You have to get a car because public transport is just not the best thing. So I had a car. It was a Nissan Maxima 3.2, big car, big engine, going everywhere in Accra. If you've seen my Accra Girl vlogs, I was going on a lot of road trips with that car. So that car has really been through a lot in Ghana. So I had that car, I picked my friend, and then we were going up the Ibri Mountains. Now, for you to get to Ibri Mountains, you have to cross a toll booth, and then you have to do an ascent because it's a mountain. They have cut the roads around the mountain, so you have to go kind of a spiral a little bit before you get to the top. So I crossed the toll booth and I was ascending. Going, driving. It was raining a little bit. It was a really nice day, a little wet. So the roads are slippery, if you know that about driving. So I was taking my time, trying to go. But then I tried to accelerate. And it was not working. This car was not pulling. It wouldn't go up. It was just really just there. And I just had this crawling sound. It was just really so pathetic. So I said, let me just park this car on the shoulder of the road. And then figure out what the hell Beatrice's problem is. That's the name of the car. Let me figure out what Beatrice's problem. Maybe today's not a good day for her. Let me figure out what is going with the car. So I parked the car. So now I'm parked on the shoulder of the road, okay? I'm waiting, I say. With most machines, when they're acting up, you turn them off and hope that for some reason they will make up their mind and decide to be machines again. So I parked this car and I'm waiting now. That place has a hiking trail that's very popular to the people in Accra who want to work out and do all that strenuous activity. They hike up the mountain. So a guy was on a hiking trail but with a bicycle. So he kept flagging me down. He's like, stop. I was like, well, I'm already stopped. Why is this guy trying to get my attention? So I told my friend, roll down the window. Let me figure out what this guy's problem is. And so I'm looking out to him. He's like, get out of the car. Fire. Your engine is on fire. So I'm like, wait, you see when something happens, you don't really clock it in your mind to see if like it's actually happening, like an engine on fire. Like, how does that even make any sense? So I'm like, okay, let me get out of the car and figure out what's going on. So I get out, my friend gets out of the car. I'm looking at my car, and it is like literally there's fire bellowing from underneath the car. The car was on fire this whole time that we were sitting in there, and we did not know. So I'm now in panic mode. Like, just now the brain has clocked the fact that there's danger happening right now. What do you do? So now my first thought is, okay, let me just crank, the car. Let me just like open the booth and see if I can get something. I was like, all right, fire extinguisher. So I opened, this is not funny. I'm laughing because like now it's kind of funny thinking about it. But back then, whoo. So I open the booth of the car and I take out my fire extinguisher. Now, because the engine is huge, my fire extinguisher is also huge. It's kind of like the residential kind. I pull this thing up and I also open like where the engine is, and I'm spraying it. Nothing is happening. Nothing is coming out. I was like, what the hell is this like fire extinguisher's problem? And then I come to the realization that it's done. There's nothing in there. So now that's not going to work. What do I do? So I'm like, okay, if you want a machine to stop working, you take out the battery, right? So I took out the battery from the car, and I found out that what was actually happening was the fire was not in the engine. It was like from underneath the car, but the smoke was kind of escaping through the engine. So I figured if I take the battery out, whatever electrical activity is going on in there might stop. So that's exactly what I did again. Take the battery out of the car. And what do you know? That did not work. Obviously, my battery theory did not work, as do a lot of my science, theories did not work. So now what to do? I just started panicking and I started flagging down cars. Now, again, it was raining. I flagged down, and Ghana is supposed to be this hospitable, loving country where everybody is your neighbor. Falls, nobody stopped for me. So now I have a situation where my car is literally on fire. It's raining. I have costumes. I have a whole bunch of other things in the car. So now the next thing for me to do is just salvage what I can. So I just started picking up the clothes, the shoes, everything out of the car. Like, get out of the car, move. This whole time, my friend, he's as useful as a wallpaper right over there watching me like literally go through this turmoil. So I'm there, this guy on the bicycle like had just gone by, because at that point, I just had to accept that my car was gonna burn down and there was absolutely nothing I could do about it. I couldn't save it. There was nothing I could do about it. So at that point, it was a whole lot of Jesus curse, like, oh Jesus, oh Jesus, oh Jesus. Lord Jesus, this car that I have painstakingly got into this country is going down in flames, and I'm going to stand by in the rain and watch this car burn. And I just, at that point, I'd given up because I didn't know what else to do. I'm not like a car like connoisseur. I don't know what to do. So my friend is looking at me, I'm looking at him. The two of us are looking like dumbasses by the roadside with our car on fire, and no taxi driver, nobody wanted to stop for us for whatever reason. And then what will you know, this gentleman just pulled up with a white pickup truck, and really tall guy. He just hopped out of the car and he asked me, what's going on? And I said, my car is on fire. I'm pretty sure I was definitely in tears at that point. I don't remember, and I'm not going to admit to it, even though it's kind of traumatizing, but I'm not going to say I did or did not. What I do remember is him hopping out of his car and just doing something to my car. I can't even tell you to this day exactly what it was, but I saw him going over the hiking trail and then with something in his hand, which I now realize was sand. He was trying to put out the fire with sand because like there was no, the fire extinguisher was lying by the side of the road. And then he told me, oh, the sand is wet. This is not going to work. I was like, okay, great, whatever. Sure. So then this very lovely man also started panicking. So there's three of us on the side of the road now panicking, looking around to see if we can find anything. And what he did was like so remarkable. He went to the side of the road again over the hiking trail, and he broke like up some palm fronds and some other things, like just a whole bunch of things with branches. And then he slid under the car and he started fanning the flames away from. I can't even tell. I was like, this, what is, because the whole thing, see, I'm now like, my mind is there now. It's coming back again. The whole thing that I was thinking was, if this fire catches the gas line or catches the tank, this car's gonna blow up. And so, like, what is he doing? He was under there trying to fan the flames away from, just like going on. And he did it for a few minutes, and that was just it. Like, I guess he stopped. He stopped the fire. He really did stop the fire. I don't know who he is. I don't know where he came from. He stopped the fire, and then he put me and my friend and all our wet stuff into his car and drove us to a point in Ibri where we could find a car to take to take a taxi to the rest of our journey. So I went there, shot the video. The video is actually on my channel, so it came out really beautifully. If you check the Instagram pages, the pictures came out great. But the trauma in getting there, now that was not even the worst part. The worst part of it was that after this whole thing, I called my mechanic and I gave my car keys to my dad, and I told him I'm never ever getting in this car ever again because of what has happened today. I can't wrap my brain around ever driving again. And what do you know? It's been a year since then. I have not driven a car again. The car has been fixed. My dad now has possession of the car, and I just refuse to go near beaches. I'm not going to ever drive that car again. And I'm just, now that I think about it, I actually probably need to talk to somebody because it's so traumatizing. The other day, a friend of mine gave me his car, and I could only move it a few inches. I was checking the mirrors. I was just so paranoid that something was going to happen to me again in the car. So you guys, this story, as funny as it sounds now, it just was like terrible and has had long-lasting consequences on my psyche. I don't think I'm ever going to recover from that. So guys, this is the story. This is my most traumatizing experience since I've been in Ghana. The car is fine. She's fine. I feel like maybe if I got a new car, I probably will feel better about driving again in Ghana. But until then, I've just really stayed away from getting behind the wheel because I don't feel I'm in a great mental space to be in the car, being paranoid on the roads. Like, it's not going to be good for anybody, including myself. So maybe one day I'll get back to it. Who knows? But yeah, this is the story. If you do enjoy these story times that I'm starting to bring up, let me know by thumbsing up that video. Let me know you like it so I can bring another one next week. And yeah, share some of your stories with us below so we can also have a good chuckle at it now that the horror is over. I feel like humor might also be a good way of kind of like getting over it a little bit. Yeah, I probably should talk to somebody. I don't sound like I'm fine. But that is all for today. I will catch you guys in my next video. Thumbs up, subscribe. Like I said, I will see you guys later. Take care. I'll see you.
Another